I attempted to get the Lost Souls badge in TDS. The Lost Souls badge is a special challenge in TDS's Pizza Party mode, where if the full team brings 4 specific towers, the game's visuals turn black and white and the enemies get much tougher, where this mode also awards a exclusive skin if triumphed. So for my first run, I attempted to join a round with matchmaking. However, it quickly became obvious that this wouldn't work, since most of the time at least 1 or 2 teammates didn't bring the specific loadout needed to trigger the secret mode. So I decided to invite random people from TDS's Discord, so at least everyone would know what towers to bring. For game 1, me and my team did a bit of coordination in the lobby, as since you have required towers to activate the challenge, each person only has the option for variants of 1 tower, and for this first game I brought Accelerator, which I later realized was a very bad option. Nevertheless, I decided to place Gold Scouts early to defend, which served fairly well for these first few waves. Meanwhile, one teammate left and rejoined before placing Ace Pilot, while the others farmed and placed a DJ respectively. On wave 9, BB placed a minigunner. Unfortunately, in this game mode, golden perks are, if not required, still extremely impactful. And this minigunner was only the regular version, which showed in wave 10 where the first boss spawned. One unique aspect of Pizza Party is how some zombies are toys themed on in-game towers, like the scout boss, which we did barely end up killing. However, our coordination wasn't quite there, and when 3 scout bosses spawned a couple waves later, we died in wave 15, which clearly wasn't good enough if I wanted to get the secret FNAF skin. So for game 2, I had a mostly new team, and this time we planned even more strategy, with me changing my free slot from Accelerator to Farm. My job was to get enough money for a golden minigunner to kill the scout boss, which I messed up slightly. But by selling 1 farm, I was able to get the mini a bit late. I upgraded my minigunner, and with the help of my teammate placing one of their own, we successfully killed the 3 scout bosses. A supportive commander was placed along with a customary DJ, and I continued to place gold minis and farm, while our ace pilot player upgraded his jet at the back. These waves felt pretty uncomfortable, as zombies repeatedly got very far along the path. On wave 22, the shotgunner puppet spawned, the second boss with a clean 3500 HP. It actually died fairly easily in its initial appearance, however it will come back later. I placed 3 commanders and started to chain their abilities. On wave 28, some very scary zombies spawned, the balloon boys. Floating above our many minigunners, the ideal way to kill these zombies is with ace pilot. Fortunately, you need a lot of ace pilots, and we currently only had 2, with only one of them being maxed out. And we unfortunately lost the game on wave 28. So with a new team for game 3, I now had DJ instead of farm, where I pretty much solely focused on getting it to max level over 25 waves. As in this game mode, unless you are the farm player, you do not get much money. We made it to wave 28, and this time things went well, as we had 3 ace pilots with 2 of them maxed, also placed closer to the start of the path, letting us kill the balloon boys. However, at this point in the game, the ground-born zombies are also major problems, with huge hordes of shotgunner puppets spawning. Thanks to the Pizza Party modifiers, they also gain more HP each wave, where they repeatedly reach the back end of the map. On wave 30, the commander puppet spawns, with the ability to buff nearby zombies, but honestly he's not that strong, as we killed him pretty easily. However, the following 5 waves were all very scary, as the zombies nearly killed us multiple times. But the real problem arrived in wave 36, the necromancer boss spawning, alongside approximately 10 shotgunners, and some commanders for good measure. This is a very testing wave, and despite our best efforts, the necromancer boss killed us in wave 36, only 4 away from the final boss. Unfortunately, this was a very difficult benchmark to surpass. In game 4, I brought the same loadout while playing with a new team, and once again we passed the scouts, shotgunners, commanders, and the balloon boys. And while we got the necromancer boss down to only 4000 HP, we still were just short of killing it, and again lost in wave 36. So after 4 hours of attempts, I decided to change my approach and use a strategy, a pre-written guide which essentially makes the game much easier. My role was simply to get a max DJ and then spam gold minigunners, and with the power of coordination, we once again reached wave 36, albeit this time with many more minigunners, where we did actually kill the necromancer boss. In the next wave there's 2 of them. Sledger was very helpful on these waves, as its freezing ability near the back of the path helped stall the zombies long enough to save the run. On wave 39, some of the puppets nearly killed us, but at this point I had almost maxed all of my minis, and we reached the final wave, where Walks the Fox spawns, the final boss, a furry animatronic exoskeleton with 275,000 health, and a massive horde of buffer zombies, including Puppet Umbra and Puppet Minigunner. The Fox does have a lot of abilities, including a stun, a ghostly range debuff, and a jump scare. We started targeting walks itself about halfway along the path. I sold and moved my minigunners as they went out of range, and as my teammate changed call of arms, we slowly chipped down his health. And as it reached the final corridor, we defeated the horror, officially completing Lost Souls, earning 1,000 coins, the Warden Tower, and the exclusive challenge mode only reward. The special skin you get for beating this harder version of the map is the Slaughter Warden, themed after the purple guy from Five Nights at Freddy's. A very interesting idea for a skin which I think works pretty well, although the head at its final level is a bit uncanny. Anyway, this took approximately 5 hours of playing, so please consider subscribing.